All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Grade 12 Essentials Math COVID-19 edition. This is my first official home video. We'll see how it goes here. Okay, property taxes, lesson 7 in your booklets. If you guys never got this booklet, you can grab the blank version from the classroom. You can just read through the notes as you're doing the questions, which will also be blank and in the classroom. You might just need to do that on another piece of paper, which is fine. Just make sure you're getting those questions done and the practice in that you need. Okay, we've talked briefly about property taxes at the beginning of this unit, and we just gave a number for that, and we're going to start talking about how that number is created. And we're going to need this lesson and lesson 8 to put that together. So, property taxes. First of all, property is assessed to provide the basis for municipal taxation. So, how much is your property worth? Provincial legislation requires property be assessed using the market value system. Oh, that pen doesn't work. Here we go. Market value system. The assessed value is the most probable selling price for a property between a willing seller and a willing buyer. So how much the house would sell for if it were to be put up for sale at that moment in time. This is an area where, especially if someone's been in a home for a long time and somebody hasn't bought it for a really long time, you can get some differences of thought between a homeowner and a municipal legislator. Where was I? Provincial legislation also requires all property to be classified and the portioned assessment calculated. So the portioned assessment is like, how much do you pay compared to everybody else where you live? So for your municipality, okay, so property taxes in Manitoba are calculated based on municipality, which could be your city or actual municipality. So you guys all live in probably either Hanover or Steinbach, and that's where you pay your taxes to. So different types of property have different portion percentages, as in how much they have to pay based on what their market value is, and we'll take a look at the calculation in a second. But most of you are living in this one here, residential 1. There's also residential 2, which would be like an apartment. Some of you might be on a farm. Institutional, this would be like our school. Statutory, so the pipeline, just the space underneath the ground that it's occupying. The railway, a golf course. Institutional would also be business taxes. So, portioned assessment, the actual math here. If you haven't noticed, I'm trying to do these videos a little bit faster than I would talk in class. I figure A, I'll have your attention more likely for a shorter amount of time, and B, if they're too big, they take way too long to download. Sorry, upload. I know my technological terms. Okay, so this number is coming here. This is what the house is worth. There. And together that equals another lovely word for us, our portioned assessment. Okay, so that's the first part. Let's see if I can move this up here. In order to calculate property taxes, the municipality must establish a tax rate. Okay, so not every place has the exact same rate of taxes. The tax rate reflects the amount of tax to be paid for every dollar of portioned assessed value. Okay, so that's our portioned assessed value. The property tax rate is calculated by a municipality going, hey, we need $5 million to do everything we need to do snow clearing, to do waste removal, whatever it is. That's the money we need in a place like Steinbach to run a pool, to have some bigger facilities, a library. So that's all the money required for that municipality to survive. And they divide that by the portioned assessments, okay, how many portioned assessments they are, and that's what establishes the tax rate. So it's actually established every year to figure out how much people are going to pay. Okay, so how much do we need? Divide by all the portioned assessments, basically how much you're paying for your property, and then everybody has to pay their fair share based on their property value. We actually usually express this as a mill rate. Maybe you've heard that word before. That's a rate